I thought I'd done everything right. Found us a perfect home in a quiet neighborhood where the kids could run through the halls without a care. I saw her face light up when we first stepped inside. I thought it would be the place where we would finally find some peace. But now, every shadow feels like it's watching us. Every creak in the floorboards, every letter that comes in the mail. The kids still laugh in the hallways, but her eyes are heavy. And every time I see her fold up another note from that monster, it's like the walls are closing in. I stand at the window at night, staring out into the darkness. I'll look for him, the one who calls himself the Watcher. I imagine his eyes on us like he's always there, just beyond the glass. I've changed the locks. I checked every door twice, but it doesn't matter. He's not just outside. He's in our heads now, in every moment of doubt and every argument that we never had before. She asked me, how can we protect them? I don't have an answer. I tell her I'll keep them safe. But the truth is, I don't know if I can. Because this house doesn't feel like home anymore. It feels like a cage. And I'm not sure if I'm the husband I promised to be, or if I'm just another set of eyes staring out into the darkness, waiting for the next letter to come in. I just want to feel like I can breathe again. I just want my family back. But every time I close my eyes, I see his words etched into the walls. I am the Watcher, and I am always here. Derek and Maria Broaddus had spent their savings on a house that promised a bright future. They arrived with their hearts full of hope, their heads brimming with plans. Derek carried boxes up the steps with a smile that said he'd finally made it, finally given his family the life they deserved. Maria trailed behind him, her eyes alight with that glow only a new home brings, a fresh start, a clean slate. They watched their kids dash through the hallways, giggling as they claimed their rooms, their laughter painting the walls with innocence and joy. Derek watched Maria's smile grow wide as they crossed the threshold, convinced they had found their forever home. But beneath that warm welcome, an unseen predator had already laid its claim, one that would soon turn their dream home into a fortress of fear. It didn't take long for that illusion to shatter. Just days after they moved in, an envelope arrived in their mailbox, stark and heavy with malice. Maria's hands trembled as she unfolded it, the words inside chilling her blood. "Welcome to the neighborhood," it began, the handwriting neat and deliberate, a spider weaving its web. "I've been watching 657 Boulevard for decades now, and as it approaches its 110th birthday, I've been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. The Watcher, a name that would carve itself into their minds like a brand, its presence seeping through every crack in the walls, every letter dripped with obsession, and from that day forward, they would never again feel alone in that house." Derek tried to be strong, a husband, a protector, a father determined to shield his family from the darkness creeping through their mailbox. But as each letter arrived, his resolve cracked like old paint. At night, he stood at the window, staring into the darkness, searching for a figure that never revealed itself. The wind rattled the panes like the echo of an unseen thread. He changed the locks, installed security cameras, and checked every door twice, sometimes 3 times, but none of it mattered. The letters kept coming, each one more personal, each one more invasive, each one a dagger of doubt and fear. The Watcher knew their names, their routines, their bedrooms, the private details of their lives that should have belonged to them alone. Derek felt powerless. He was a husband who couldn't keep the ones he loved safe, a father who couldn't close the doors on the nightmares that seeped in through the cracks. "Who has the bedroom facing the street? I'll know as soon as you move in." The watcher's words were not just threats, they were a declaration of ownership, a psychological siege that claimed every inch of their home. Every letter felt like a stake driven into their sanity. Each time Maria opened the mailbox, a cold dread settled in her chest. Even the children's laughter grew thin, brittle like glass. The walls of their home felt less like protection and more like a cage. The watcher's words dripped with a venom that infected every conversation, every look between husband and wife. Their dream home was slipping away, replaced by a place where even the smallest noise at night sent their hearts racing. The police came, investigated, asked questions that never seemed to lead anywhere. The neighbors shook their heads, swore they'd seen nothing, knew nothing, heard nothing. Everyone wore the mask of innocence, but Derek couldn't trust any of them. The watcher could be anyone, a face at the grocery store, a smile from across the fence, the one who waved at the mailbox every morning. The home they had loved so fiercely had become a place of whispered nightmares. In the end, Derek and Maria did what they had to do. They sold the house, nearly living in it for more than a few weeks at a time. Even as they handed over the keys, they felt the watcher's eyes on them, unblinking, unrelenting. The watcher's identity remained a mystery, a shadow that never revealed itself. Some say he or she still lingers, waiting for the next family to arrive, waiting to begin the game again, because some houses are cursed, or perhaps they attract darkness like a moth to a flame. At 657 Boulevard, the American dream died, its heart torn out by a stranger's pen. Even now, as the street grows quiet and the lights fade, there's a chill in the air that whispers, in the darkness, someone is always watching. The watcher's legacy lives on every creak of the floorboards, every flicker of the light in the night. So the question is, who is the watcher? A neighbor with a twisted secret? A stranger who found his thrill in terror? Or something far darker, waiting in the shadows, wearing a face you'd never suspect? Until the watcher is unmasked, one thing is certain. In the darkest corners of our lives, the real horror isn't always what you can see, but the eyes you'll never find. At 657 Boulevard, the Reaper waits, always watching. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay cautious. Until next time on Reaper Files.